My name is Denise Spear, and this is my person of interest speech. I don't believe in the kind of magic in my books, but I do believe something magical can happen when you read a good book. This is a quote by the famous novelist J.K. Rowling. According to The Telegraph, she is known worldwide. J.K. Rowling is an inspiration and is far more than just another author. First, we are going to discuss where J.K. Rowling was before all of the fame. Then we will go right into her life while she wrote the multi-million-dollar series Harry Potter. And finally, we will find out what she plans to do next now that the series is finished. First off, we will see where J.K. Rowling was before all of the fame. She was born on July 31st, 1965 in Bristol, England. She had the name Joanne Rowling. She also had a younger sister named Diane. Joanne, from a very young age, knew that she wanted to write. She had written her first novel by age 6. She attended Wyoming Comprehensive School and college. She then transferred to Exeter University and majored in French. In 1986, Joanne graduated from Exeter with a bachelor's in the classics and in English. It was 1990, and Joanne moved to Manchester with her boyfriend. But then, in 1991, after her mother's death, she moved to Portugal and worked at a language institute as an English teacher. The time after her mother's death was a dark time for Joanne. But then, in 1993, she had her eldest daughter, Jessica Rowling. And a few short years later, she married her husband, Dr. Neil Murray. Now let's take a look into Joanne's life during her success of the Harry Potter books. The start to Joanne writing the first Harry Potter book all started on a train from King's Cross Station in London in 1990. She found an agent, Christopher Little, who tried to find a publisher for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. She was told to get another job because nobody thought that she could make a living writing children's books. In 1996, a publisher, Barry Cunningham, made her an offer. Her publisher thought it would be a good idea to come up with a pen name, and so J.K. Rowling came alive. J stood for her name, Joanne, and K for Kathleen, her grandmother's name. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was released in July of 1997 by Scholastic. The second book in the series, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, was released a year after the first. This book spent a month on the bestseller chart after it was published. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was published in July of 1999. In the midst of all of this writing, Rowling set up a charitable trust in the year 2000 to help with women's and children's issues. The fourth book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, was published in July of 2000, with a record first print run of 1 million copies in the UK. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was published in June of 2003 and broke all records of the fastest-selling book in history. The sixth book, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, was released in June of 2005. The final book in the series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, was published in July of 2007. Finally, let's see what her life is like now after Harry Potter. Just a few months after the final book in the Harry Potter series was released, Rowling published yet another book, Tales of the Beetle and the Bard. Rowling was then awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008. She also got to give the commencement address at the Harvard Alumni Association. In 2010, she was the first recipient of the Hans Christian Andersen Award. She also got to give the commencement. Also in 2010, Rowling donated 10 million euros to a new clinic at the university, which would later be called the Anne Rowling Regenerative Neurology Clinic. Rowling also co-funded the charity called Lumos. Finally, in 2012, Rowling published her first novel for adults, The Casual Vacancy. She then began writing crime novels under the name Robert Galbraith. The first novel in the series was called The Cuckoo's Calling. Rowling has now finished the second novel in the series called The Silkworm. The most exciting thing Rowling is up to now is that she and the Warner Brothers are working on a new screenplay series called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This screenplay is going to take place in the Wizarding World from a slightly mentioned former Hogwarts headmaster, Newt Scamander. First, you heard where J.K. Rowling's life was before Harry Potter. Then we saw what it was like writing the multi-million-dollar series with her. And finally, you know now what is going to be next for her. From what you heard today, you know now that J.K. Rowling is not just another author. She is a brilliant and talented person, a teacher, and an amazing author, and she has inspired and changed my life. Harry Potter may have impacted her life by a lot, but she had a great past behind her and an amazing future to look forward to from J.K. Rowling.